Fellas.
Today, we are reviewing The Mountain by Gorillaz.
And we are For the Record. Leading up to this album, Gorillaz released a ton of singles, all of which I wasn't really incredibly impressed by. During our stock video, I was actually even considering selling stock in Gorillaz.
Dude, that would have been so bad.
That would have been the worst decision of my life.
That would have been so bad if you did that.
But thankfully, I realized that there was no way it could have been any worse than Cracker Island, so I didn't. And thank goodness, because after listening to this thing, it blew me away. This album is incredible.
Yeah, this album is unreal. And I was actually just texting my friend right before I got here. I was telling him, I think this album is top 3 Gorillaz.
Oh, it's without a doubt top 3 Gorillaz.
I think it's close between, I have Plastic Beach.
Me too.
Demon Days.
Me too.
And then I would have The Mountain. I think it's close between The Mountain and their self-titled. But I think Mountain's I think Mountain's better than self-titled.
Yeah, I think it's so clear to me that The Mountain is at least top 3.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have the hit power that the two above it has, but we're going to get to this.
Well, I don't think this album has the hit power that self-titled has either. But as an overall album, I think this is much better.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, this is the most cohesive album in their discography.
Yeah, I'd say this or Plastic Beach.
So, starting off with The Mountain. As the intro is playing, I imagine it panning over, like, the forests and mountains of India, and then maybe showing, like, a village, some wildlife. It feels like it just sets the scene of where the story is taking place. There's a ton of features on it, allegedly, but since there's no lyrics, I assume they're just all production credits.
I do believe Dennis Hopper is the one that's saying the refrain.
Oh.
But
well, shout out Dennis Hopper for adding
guy.
the only part that I didn't really like.
Yeah, there's a ton of features on this album, and a lot of them are instrumentals. I mean, I'm not going to talk about features yet, but I think most of the instrumental ones all complement the album super well. It's a super cohesive sound straight from the intro, and we're getting these super rich, lush instrumentations in this album that, quite frankly, I don't think I've even heard in any other album that I've listened to.
Yeah.
Like, this sound is so unique. And it's amazing.
Well, I don't think it's unique.
I think it's
something
really
we haven't really listened to Indian music before.
Yeah, I mean, it's album of the year has it as Hindustani classical music as one of their subgenres of this album, it makes sense. But obviously, I'm not extremely tapped into that lane here.
I respect them really taking the time to like travel there, learn the culture, include people who actually make that type of music in the album to actually make an album that feels like it's taking place in India, in that area of the world. Yeah,
it's super amazing.
And I think The Mountain, the opening track, shows that perfectly. But moving on to The Moon Cave.
I love this song.
Oh my god. I think this is my most played song on the entire album.
Oh yeah, it definitely is for me. I don't know if it's my favorite. I mean, most played might mean favorite. I don't know. It's hard.
I was just going to say, it's not my favorite, it's my second favorite, but it's definitely my most played. It's so catchy.
It's so good.
Black Thought does such a good job.
My goat! Oh my god, my goat! The like super bouncy instrumentation is amazing. I'm just gonna talk about Black Thoughts first.
All right, go for it.
Where he's rapping in between the float and the drop it.
Oh my god.
Like, little cadence there. It sounds so sick.
Float like a butterfly.
It's so good,
and then those are Dave from De La Souls. You know my goat, Dave.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, those are I don't know.
Oh my god, you're totally
right. Those vocals are pulled from him.
Oh my god, that's sick.
So it's like Black Thought kind of going back and forth with Dave, which makes it even cooler.
Oh, that's sick. I would also like to say that Damon Albarn, or 2D, the character from the Gorillaz, who's the singer, I think his vocals are fantastic on this song. The production on his voice sounds so good. It almost sounds like he's like within the deep mountain and like it's echoing out, and that's what we're hearing. It's so cool. The cave. It's amazing. So what this song is about lyrically, the Moon Cave is a place that represents that transition from life to death. So it continuously repeats, you must wash all the perfume from your body, which is something that is necessary
for death in Hindu philosophy because it like strips you from your ego and all the materialistic things to kind of reveal your true self. And this song is essentially about like preparing for death. It's a nice little juxtaposition because we get this like happy beat.
Yeah, right.
But like the actual
vibrant beat.
Message of the song is like preparing for death. Like it's actually sad. And then Black Thought's feature, he's kind of just like rapping about how good he is at rapping, kind of showing his ego. So we're essentially
I see.
Stripping Black Thought of his ego, I guess. I think that's kind of cool.
I will also say that I believe this album was inspired because Damon Albarn and the main artist behind Gorillaz, I believe both of them lost their fathers.
Yeah, yes.
In the making of this album.
Well, actually,
or maybe before they started making the album.
They've also lost like a ton of people that like they collaborate with. They've
lost
as well.
Yeah, right.
So
I
just like
talking about
I think they've just experienced a ton of death, and this album is just kind of like an homage to those people that they've lost.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. My score is gonna be so high for this album.
Me too.
My score is gonna be so high. Let's move on to the Happy Dictator.
I don't know if you picked it up, but this song is about dictatorship and
No.
Yep, and how they use like religious doctrines to trick the people of their country to see them as greater than humans, kind of like as gods.
So it's like divine right and shit.
And so again, we get another like super upbeat, happy track with this dictator singing about like how awesome their country is, just how horrible their life would be without him. What would we do without the dictator? For example, he says like, I am the one to give you life again. I am the one to save your soul. Amen. No more bad news, so you can sleep well at night, and the palace of your mind will be bright. Essentially, we just don't tell you all the bad things that are happening. We silence the media. Life is good. You don't hear about the bad things. There's no bad things happening.
I will say this is kind of on the lower scale for the songs on this track list for me.
Really?
Only because I think this song gets a little repetitive.
Yeah, but that's how like propaganda works, though.
I suppose, like,
you know?
But I feel like, okay, sure, thematically, if that's what they were going for, then it's smart, but sonically, I don't love it.
I mean, I guess there's no argument I could say to make you like how it sounds better.
I still really like Damon Albarn's singing on this. I like the features on this. And I still like this song, but I think it's lower. It's on the lower scale for me.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Where did I have this one ranked? I had so many songs ranked at a 10 out of 10 on this. So, like, even if I have this ranked low, I think I still had it at 10 out of 10. I have this ranked the 7th best song on the album, but I still have it as a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that's probably where I would put it around that area. Yeah.
Moving on to the hardest thing. So I don't really know how necessary this song is.
Yeah, I agree.
Because this is kind of like the interlude of the album, I guess. But it's still catchy, and it's featuring Tony Allen, who is another posthumous feature. I think he was heavily involved in Gorillaz. So maybe this song is just kind of like an homage to him because they were so close. Yeah. They maybe just like sampled his vocals and kind of gave him his own song. So maybe that's why it's necessary. And like I said, it sticks with the theme of grief and the juxtaposition of it being hard to say goodbye, but then super happy, upbeat sounding song again.
It's very short, and sonically, it doesn't do much for me. I don't know how necessary it is. I feel like this is one of those songs where it's like, it was like a necessary thing for the artist.
Yeah.
And
and I can respect that.
Yeah, and like that's respectable. I think it's just for me, like, I'm not a huge fan of it, but like what are you gonna do?
So moving on to Orange County.
I love this song.
Yeah, this is just kind of like
amazing.
An extension of the hardest thing.
Yeah.
Because it's just like chanting the same thing.
But sonically, I love this song. I think this one sounds so much better.
Whistles in songs.
It's so overpowered. It's so overpowered.
I can't think of a single song that has whistles in it that's bad.
There's like a Grammarly ad that I hate.
Oh.
But that's got a whistle. You know, it's these damn fucking corporations.
Yeah.
They make these tiny little commercial ads and they put whistles in them. And it makes whistles so annoying. But when they do it like this, it's peak. I'm coming for you, Grammarly. Take it out of there.
So yeah, this is just another devastating song placed on top of a happy beat. So I think we're getting kind of a theme here.
Yes, very much so.
This one didn't really have a ton to say lyrically. It just sounded kind of awesome.
It sounded so good.
And it's just kind of talking about how it's hard to say goodbye to the people that you love.
There were a couple songs that I put in levitating status where if you turn your lights off and you lay in bed and you put some headphones on, you play that song, you're going to start levitating, right? This one's in there for me.
I agree.
The production is so
It's amazing.
Ethereal.
Yeah.
Boom, what a word. Oh my god.
Oh my god, what a pull.
What a pull. Thank you, Bodhi, for the English language. You're welcome.
What would we do without you?
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to The God of Lying.
I really like this
featuring
song.
Idols. So this was one of the singles that was released that I did not like at all.
I like this song a lot. See, I didn't like this song when it was a single either.
Yeah.
And it grew on me a ton.
When I listened to it in the album, oh my god,
yes,
it's incredible.
It's so good.
It's so crazy how a good cohesive album can change your opinion on a song. Because I didn't like this song at all. I normally don't like when they do like the talk singing thing. And I've never really been a big fan of Idols. I know that's probably a hot take.
I've never even heard of them up until now, I'm going to be honest.
They released an album in 2023, I think, that got some some high praise from the critics of the music world. And I listened to it and was like, eh. Maybe it was 2024, I'm not really sure. It had a stupid album cover. Tank. Oh, 2024.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of funny.
I really hated the album cover. It still is probably in the bottom half of the album for me, but I think it's definitely a necessary track in the album.
I think this would probably be in my top half, I think.
Really?
I'm a really big fan of Joe Talbot. He's I'm assuming, the lead singer of Idols. I'm a big fan of... Well, I think his lyrics are great, but I love his delivery over this beat. I love it. I think it's so brash compared to the beat. I think it fits so... well, it doesn't fit because it's such an opposite, but I mean, it fits, but it doesn't. It's a paradox, but it's a good one, and I really like it. The dichotomy.
It does. I guess it makes sense why we would like this, because it's kind of Billy Woods coded, the way he delivers the lines. Yeah. How many times we've probably mentioned Billy Woods in like every fucking video
dude.
This isn't fair, and I've probably brought it up more than you. This is on me.
I think you probably have.
It's like Bodhi, Billy Woods, two birds sitting in a tree.
Billy Willy.
But yeah, this song is really interesting and really confusing. Like, it says a lot of contradicting stuff. I think it's like the narrator is just like asking a bunch of questions about like the state of the world. Like, he's like, are you happy with your housing? Are you climbing up the walls? Are you deafened by the headlines? Or does your head not hear at all? Do you care about these issues or not? Are you experiencing these issues? And if you're not, do you care that other people are experiencing these issues? There's also some parts about what happens after death, which is like the theme of the album. There's also a part where he goes to the liquor store and he looks in the mirror and like he begs himself to like love himself in the mirror. Essentially, it's saying that life is a complete mess right now and there seems to be no answers or solutions, so he just lies to himself by thinking everything's okay, hence the title. So my favorite verse is the one which kind of describes how these higher ups in society control the overall population. And the verse is as follows: do you love your blessed Father, anoint by fear of death? Do you feel the lies creep on by as soft as baby's breath? Do you beg that truth will set you free? Are you shackled by the keys? Well, if I was you, I'd stay strapped in, because all you got is me. The lyricism,
that's amazing.
It's crazy.
That's amazing. Was that Idols or was that Gorillaz?
Idols.
Okay, wow, that's amazing.
Moving on to The Empty Dream Machine. I don't know what your thoughts were on this one, but everything leading up to the Black Thought feature, I honestly wasn't a huge fan of. And kind of the way, I guess it was probably David Albarn said, the empty dream machine. Like, he kept saying that. It was kind of wobbly and weird, and I didn't really like that. But honestly, all of this like kind of mid leading up to the Black Thought feature made the Black Thought feature so good.
Yeah,
and made me like this song so much. Horrible logic.
I think my only complaint with the first part is this specific beat is probably one of my lesser favorites on the album. I still think it's good. Yeah. But it's very slow, and it has like this little like doon 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 little piano hit in the background of it that I'm not a fan of personally. What's the word for that? It's like I think it's called a counter melody, I think.
You're talking to the wrong. You're asking the wrong person.
I don't remember, you know, I tried my best at music production when I took the class for it. I don't remember. I hated making melodies. I suck at it. It's so hard. But anyways, shout out music producers. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of the beat on this song, but this Black Thought feature is generational.
Goodness. Like,
I just say that anytime Black Thought has a feature, bro.
I mean, everything.
It's so good.
Everything I said about the shit before the Black Thought feature, I still have this song as a 10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah, it's so good.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, before we get to the Black Thought feature, the Empty Dream Machine, like as a whole, is about how our brains dream up all these crazy ideas and we get super hopeful and optimistic that things will work out. But the reality is that these dreams will never come to fruition in the real world. And this is kind of told from the perspective of people who are at the lowest points in their life. This also ties into the theme of loss and death, because the narrator is just wishing for this pain to go away, but it's such a big hole it never actually will. It's kind of a sad song.
Yeah.
But getting into Black Thought's feature.
Generational.
I mean, he's just describing his journey as an artist,
Yeah, right.
how he recognizes how much power his words hold, and what it's like to finally be at the top. And also, I thought he name dropped the Rizzler in this one.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he name dropped the Rizzler, but he's actually just talking about joints, which is kind of unfortunate.
Fun.
Would have been funny if he was talking about the Rizzler.
Moving on to the Manifesto. This one's really interesting because they have a Proof feature. Do you know who Proof is?
Currently not with us anymore.
Very true.
Is what I know about Proof.
Yes. He
Detroit rapper.
Yes.
I also know this.
And he was in D12. Do you know what D12 is?
No.
It was the rap group that Eminem was in. Before.
Shit.
Kind of. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know too much. I don't know the time frame of D12. I don't really know what albums Eminem released when he was in D12, if he did, but it was before that, and they were like best friends. All right, but then he died, and then of course that probably caused like a whole bunch of grief and everything. Yeah. So what I'm saying is he died a while ago, like a really long time ago. So him getting a posthumous feature on this album is crazy to me.
Yeah, I think it's a freestyle. I don't know where they pulled it from.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a random Proof freestyle just thrown in there, and it works so well. Like, I don't really have any analysis for this song because I think it's an Argentine singer.
Yeah, Trueno. Or
Trueno,
yeah.
So I don't really understand what he's saying, but it sounds cool.
I like his voice a lot. His voice and Proof's voice, I love the contrast there.
Yeah, it's such a great contrast.
Very cool.
This is me hypothesizing and thinking.
Crystal ball?
Yeah, crystal ball. This may not make sense at all. The characters at this point are like climbing up the mountain, and the message is kind of like the journey that the characters are on is now pointing towards a goal that is no longer individual. They're now like all working together for the same interest. But then we get this feature from Proof that comes in, and it's kind of like the complete opposite. His verse is like aggressive, it's full of hunger, he's like driven by his ego, like which we mentioned before, and the need to survive with no care for the collective goal. And I don't really know what type of conclusion to draw from that, but I think it's interesting, and I think it's important for people to have these different perspectives and not have everyone follow the same path, because that's what makes us human. And if we're all following the same, if we're all going in the same way, if we're all doing the same shit, then life is boring. What's the point? So that's kind of what I got from it. Not sure if that's right at all, because I don't understand Argentinian, whatever language they speak there, probably Spanish.
That would be correct.
Yes!
Bang!
Oh
yeah! Sorry, we're moving on to the Plastic Guru.
You got some spit on my laptop, Bodie.
I'm so sorry.
Should have licked that shit up. I would have, but my laptop is disgusting.
That's fair. I finally cleaned mine.
Wow.
I know,
Yeah, that's the only thing holding me back.
Moving on to the Plastic Guru.
This song is so catchy and fun.
Yeah, big fan.
But basically, the idea of the Plastic Guru, it's this guy who pretends like he's the master and he knows everything, but he's plastic. It's all fake. They're talking about like selling snake oil.
Yep.
And makes me think of the scene from One Piece in Wano country, where Usopp is selling snake oil, I think, that heals the cuts on your arms and shit.
Do we see that at like episode 842?
It's somewhere. It's like 900. Everyone loves Usopp, but that moment, shouldn't have done that, man. Shouldn't have sold the snake oil. Snake oil is a term for scams that claim to solve many issues, but in reality, it's all fake. And we can extrapolate that again to these world leaders, people in charge, claiming to have all of the solutions to all the problems, but in actuality, they're all plastic and fake, and they only work temporarily, perhaps maybe only like 4 years is how long those things last.
honestly, like, every time I listened to this album, I was just amazed by how well they were fitting this content matter in such a complex, like, production style. It's fantastic.
All right, moving on to Delirium, the 10th track of the album. I know this because it's numbered on my notes.
Aha!
So, Delirium, what's this song about?
Enlighten us, John!
I didn't really have any notes that go too far in depth to the lyrics. It was kind of on the lower end of the album. We have a Mark E. Smith feature. Is he alive still?
I actually don't. I don't even know who this guy is.
I know he's not exactly the greatest person in the world, so there was kind of some controversy.
He is dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, he's dead.
He is
awesome.
dead.
Well, I think he like assaulted one of his band members or something like that.
Oh dear.
So I think he did something bad, and he's also just calling this album like in the most British way possible, being like Delirium.
Yeah, the chorus is so odd.
I mean,
it's very catchy. I won't lie.
It's catchy and it's cool. I like it, but it's not a 10 out of 10 for me. Like most of the songs on this album.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say it's in the lower half.
Yeah, I think this song is just meant to be like confusing and coherent. Maybe like in this world, some new person has taken over. Shit's hit the fan. Everything's confusing. Aaron's making lots of noise, and this whole recording is fucked. Moving on to Damascus. I love this song. So if you didn't know, Damascus is the capital of Syria.
Very true.
And the feature, Omar Suleiman on the song, is from Syria. So that's kind of cool.
Also, super niche thing here. Bodhi niche wool.
Oh shit.
Damascus is also a way of forging knives, and doing it properly gives a really cool pattern on the knife once it's done.
And that's why in Call of Duty, you can get you like level up. I don't actually play Call of Duty, but my friend does. You can like level up your guns, and I think the max level is like Damascus.
Oh really? Oh, that's cool.
It all connects. Everything connects. Oh my goodness.
I'm just thinking about Forged in Fire right now. I watched Forged in Fire
all the time. I used to love Forged in Fire.
I love Forged in Fire. Oh my gosh, it was tough. It will kill.
What?
Yes, it will, Doug Marcaida. It will kill. If
I was rich and famous, I would totally do a YouTube video where we just did. Oh,
that's so cool.
We all made our own blades, but we actually knew nothing.
Today we're making blades without a recipe.
Just
burn the fucking house down.
I mean, we'd go to a blade making place, but I think
that's a good idea.
It would be so awesome
that's
to
a better
actually
idea.
Make our own blades and like
so
test them,
cool.
and like whoever wins and get them evaluated by blade experts.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That's like a
banger
dream
video.
Of mine.
Banger video.
I've been keeping that in the back pocket.
Oh my god.
But it requires a lot of things, so it probably will never come to fruition.
Yeah.
But anyways, this song is great. It's talking about like being shipped from Damascus, which kind of refers to like the refugees being shipped from Syria because of the civil war. So it's like a pro refugee song. Shout out Yasin Bey, also the other feature on this album. He says, "Turkish coffee, Starbucks, get off me."
Yeah, he kept talking about Starbucks.
Yeah, but that's kind of like appreciating tradition.
Yeah.
And the handmade coffee instead of the manufactured artificial one. And apparently we're like boycotting Starbucks anyway right now. So
we are.
I don't know.
Nick
Nick mentioned that in the Quadeca video, I think.
Oh, is Starbucks in some controversy right now?
I think we're just like boycotting Starbucks because they're a greedy, stupid corporation.
That would be accurate. Technically, we're doing that to Spotify too.
Yeah. I was going to transition from Spotify to YouTube Music, but YouTube Music thinks that I like listening to sound effects because I look up sound effects for my YouTube videos. And so that makes me angry, and it's kind of hard to transition.
You go to like Tidal or something.
When it's like, you haven't listened in a while. Check out Arcade Machine sound effects playlist.
Check out Whip sound effect.
Yeah. No, that's not what I want to listen to. My God.
Check out 10 hours of white noise.
Can we separate that shit, please, YouTube Music? But anyways, this song is great. It's pro-migrant song. Just kind of talking about how like the hard conditions that they have to face, and they should be celebrated as new arrivals, not pushed away. Because they're humans, and they should be welcome.
I would say this was also released as a single. I liked it as a single, and while I still do like this song quite a bit, I don't love it. I think it belongs in the album. I think this would be in the bottom half for me.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't...
I think sonically, I think it's awkward how Yasin Bey kind of like jumps in right after Omar. It feels very quick, the transition, and I feel like they're doing very different things. I feel it's very, kind of jarring, honestly.
Moving on to The Shadowy Light. And now we're kind of getting into the part of the album where I wasn't the biggest fan. So these next three songs, The Shadowy Light, Casablanca, and The Sweet Prince,
don't say ill about Casablanca.
Are you
That song is levitating. That made my levitating. It's so good. The last, 30 seconds of Casablanca is heavenly.
Bodhi, Casablanca is my least favorite song on the album.
Oh my god, no.
This might be a worse Bodhi take.
No! That's an amazing song.
No, this is the worst song on the album.
Oh, no.
It's still good, but I could do without it.
No.
But we're not even there yet. We're talking about the Shadowy Light.
Sorry. Yeah, let's keep going. Oh my god, that's crazy.
So of those 3 tracks that I probably could do without, the Shadowy Light is my favorite of them. A nice little line from it is, the golden horde living the fever dream are oblivious to the truth. And this is kind of about how, no matter how many luxuries we have in our life, in the end, we all go to the same place. We're all going to die. So I think that's a cool little snippet. And the Shadowy Light also, it's kind of a contradictory title. What's the English phrase for that?
A paradox or an oxymoron?
An oxymoron. There we go.
Album by Schoolboy Q. Whoa!
Bro. Shout out Schoolboy Q.
Shout out Schoolboy Q. I've been listening to Electric Body. It's an A$AP Rocky song, but Schoolboy Q's on it. He sounds so good on that song, man.
I haven't heard.
I am positive. I haven't looked it up yet. I am positive they sampled Plants vs. Zombies theme song on that beat. I need to play it just for a quick second.
I need to know.
I am so certain, dude.
I'll be the judge of this.
It sounds so similar. Wait, okay, let me pull up Plants vs. Zombies.
Oh my god!
That's what I'm saying! That's what I'm saying!
That's fire.
They had to have done it!
Bro,
Come
what a crazy
on!
pull.
The ear, bro!
Oh my god.
The first time I heard it, I was like, there's no way we're being dead ass right now.
That's such a crazy pull.
I played hours upon hours of Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. And that game is peak, and that theme is in my head.
Moving on to Casablanca.
Okay, the beat is heavenly. The beat is so good. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about in this song at all, but the beat is so good, especially towards that last minute. That last minute, levitating. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
That's what I will say about it. This might be your least favorite song on the album. I still think you probably have this at least above a 70.
I have it as a 75.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's still a solid song.
It's still a solid song, but in comparison to all the other ones, it just feels so boring and empty, and I really could have done without it.
Okay, fair.
Especially on such a long album, I feel like you want the end of it to kind of taper off and kind of fade. You probably only want to keep 2 of these 4 final tracks. There's so many slow ones at the end that I almost become a little disinterested in.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially if I wasn't super invested in it. Obviously, I've listened to it so many times, I am super invested in it. But, I can see how someone would not finish the album because of this, final run here.
Yeah.
Because it gets kind of slow.
Yeah.
And same with the Sweet Prince. I genuinely...
I don't like the Sweet Prince.
I don't have any notes for
I don't dislike the Sweet Prince, but I think it's probably my least favorite on the track list.
Okay. I think it's my second to least favorite.
Yeah.
So, it's just... Both of those ones are just very
I don't
slow.
love it sonically. Yeah, and I think it's very slow.
Yeah. I'm sure the lyrical content is there. I'm sure it is great commentary on death or something like that. But I honestly, genuinely, as much as I listened to this album, did not go into depth on either of those 2 songs because I didn't feel inspired to.
Moving on to the last track of the album, The Sad God.
This was my favorite song on the entire album.
No way. I have a complaint with this song.
What?
No, I like this song a lot, but I have a complaint with this song. And it's with the Black Thought verse.
What?
It's not with the verse, sorry. It's the production behind the verse. They made such a lush, rich, amazing beat. And by the time Black Thought starts rapping, they stripped it down so much. It sounds so flat compared to the rest of the song. It's so annoying. I wish they just added they could. I'm fine with them stripping it down for a rap part because it's harder to rap over something so eccentric like that.
Right.
But oh my god, if they just would have added a little bit more, because they basically stripped it down just a couple drums and a tiny little piano note. And it's so frustrating because they had such an amazing little thing going there. Oh man. Because for the Moon Cave, the beat is still there and it sounds so good.
I guess.
And for the Empty Dream Machine, the other song is on, they do the same thing. The beat is still there. It's why would they strip it down on this song? Oh my god. Anyways, sorry.
I guess I can understand your complaints, but I think the lyrical content on this song clears any other song on this album. It's just so incredible, and it's the best way that they could have wrapped up this album. I missed it the first time I listened to the album, but when I actually came back and like paid attention to what it was saying, shit had me levitating, bro.
Oh, levitating status! Oh my god!
It's told from the perspective of a god who tells humanity how disappointed he is with what they did with the gifts that he gave them.
Oh.
So, and I also think that's kind of interesting because throughout the album, it's like kind of told from the perspective of these higher ups in society who are not really God, but they're pretending to be God because they like the power. But here, we are actually hearing the perspective of God, and he's telling us how disappointed he is with these posers and just us, like what we've done to ruin the world. This one line really says it all to me. I love this line. I gave you atoms, you built a bomb. We've been so ungrateful and wasteful with our planet for the pursuit of power and profit. It's awful. I hate it. And it sucks just not being able to do anything about it. But it's such a great commentary on it. And then obviously Black Thought again. His wordplay is awesome on this album.
Yeah, he's a star on this album, man.
Yeah. It ain't got to begin well, but it's all well if it ends well. And then, well, a man's got to mean well and intend well, even in hell. My goodness, bro. What are we doing? This is awesome. And then I also like the line, even if they let me into heaven, I would probably just move back soon. Because, like, if you really think about it, why would you want to live in a perfect, pain-free world? What makes life amazing is the ups and downs that you experience, and if all you experience is perfection, I feel like you would just become devoid of emotion. What is the purpose of living if you have nothing to chase? How can you experience happiness if you never experience sadness? Moving on from that line, and then going to the ending verse on the album, I gave you blue skies, sweet fallacy. I gave you poppies for my lady. I gave you white cells, you weaponized. I gave you garlands, you closed your eyes in paradise. So essentially, he gave us all these amazing things, and we just decided to ignore them. And then I also think that this final line is talking about how so many people live their life hoping for an afterlife, hoping for a paradise, and they spend their entire life like praising God, just like wishing that they're doing everything they can to get into heaven, but they don't realize that they already live in the paradise. But they're so distracted by this idea of a perfect world that they think of in their head the empty dream machine. They neglect the world that they're already living in, and they don't strive to make it better or even try to appreciate it. So Earth itself was meant to be the paradise, but yet humanity has neglected it. Humans are greedy, and we always want more, and we forget to be grateful for what we have. And that's what I drew from this album, and I think that's why this last song is so incredible, because every time I listen to it, I just think about all these things and how the world could just be better if everyone just listened to and understood the song. If I could just play the song on a speaker for everybody and had the lyrics on the screen too so they all could read it. And even had little annotations for the meanings. Everyone would understand, but they don't. Do you have any thoughts on this song, Ben?
The lyrical content is fantastic now that I understand it. I love the production on this song, besides in that one little spot where they stripped down the production for Black Thought. But again, his rapping is still so freaking good that it makes up for it, and I don't really care. There still would be a song in the very high bit of this album for me.
Yeah.
It's still a fantastic song. And just a comment on this album, I love how it ties in. So obviously, it has the theme, or I guess the sound of like the Hindustani music area, but it's also tying in like Hinduistic religion topics like polytheism. Like there's multiple gods throughout this album, but there's also fake gods, and that can even come back to these monotheistic religions like Christianity, where we're not supposed to have idols.
Yeah.
Which are like these fake gods, which is awesome. Which is also really funny because idols is featured on this album.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It all connects.
It all connects. That was intentional. So now let's move on to our categories.
As a reminder, our categories are main performance, lyrics, features,
production,
and
and album cohesion.
Thank you, Bodhi.
All 5.
So starting off with the main performance, we're essentially just talking about Damon Albarn, who's the main voice behind Gorillaz.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking. And it's weird because in Gorillaz albums, their vocals aren't really the main performance. The features are supposed to be the main performance, but in this category, we're just talking about David Albarn.
What are you thinking?
This was my lowest category by far.
Okay.
I gave the main performance a 7 out of 10.
Really?
Which
that feels a little low.
Could be harsh. However, there were some parts that I didn't really like the wobbly part in the Empty Dream Machine. My 3 least favorite songs didn't have any features on them. They were strictly just David Albarn's vocals. Okay, that's a lie. My 2 least favorite songs, and those would be Casablanca and The Sweet Prince. Because there's no extra added oomph in there from another feature, it really shows like how minimal David Albarn actually adds to this album vocally. And while I do enjoy it for the most part, he needs that contrast for it to really work. So that's why I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Honestly, I think I'd go around an 7.5 or an 8. Let me talk it out and then I'll decide the score.
All right.
I've always had like a soft spot for Damon Albarn's vocals. I think his voice is one of the most unique voices I've ever heard. And how he sings on this album is super unique compared to the rest of the Gorillaz discography. Because I feel like on a lot of songs in this one, he's purposely taking the back seat. And on other albums, he does that, but I don't think he does that nearly as much. I feel like, for example, Demon Days, he has a very strong presence. Plastic Beach, I think he has a pretty strong presence. Gorillaz Self-Titled, obviously, was their first album, but he has a very strong presence. This one, I think he was much more minimal. And I think, especially in the chorus game.
Yeah.
And to be fair, there are a couple songs on this album that don't really have choruses. They're very short. So I feel like we just don't really see as much of him on this album as we do otherwise. And I don't know if that's going to make me lower my score because of it. I mean, there were maybe like 1 or 2 performances from him that I didn't love, but I feel like 7.5 is a little low if it's only 1 or 2 performances. I think I'm going to go 8, honestly.
All right. I don't hate it, but for me, I just really did not like Casablanca and The Sweet Prince, and those are just like strictly him. Moving on to lyrics.
10.
Cinema. I have this at 10.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
I didn't even write anything.
We barely even got to talk about this, bro. Like, it is stunning. All right, features. Dude, it's strong.
I was really debating on whether to give the features a 9 or a 10.
I can't think of a feature that was bad. Marky Smith, he wasn't great.
I ended up
Delirium.
I ended up giving them a 9 because I think Black Thought carries the features so much. I think if you take out Black Thought, the other features don't hold their own.
I don't think they're meant to.
I know, but like in a Gorillaz album, the features are supposed to be the main part. And I'm being really nitpicky here because I gave it a 9. I think everybody did an amazing job. I guess my least favorite was probably Mark E. Smith.
Yeah, I think that was
but I still think that one was fine. I didn't hate it. I still like the song.
Honestly, I think it's kind of fun as well. Like, I don't even hate it. I didn't love Sparks as well on Happy Dictator.
I like Sparks.
I like what they add to it, but I think it's just I just don't like the song that much.
But I think there was just such a big gap between Black Thought and everybody else that like I kind of had to take away a point because I think Yasin Bey could have done better.
Yeah, I mean, I was a little disappointed by that feature.
I was just about to say I think Marky Smith could have done better, but he's not alive anymore.
Bro.
So like, I don't know. I mean, I have all the features written down here for every song and exactly what they did. I don't know. I don't really want to go through all of them. There's a billion.
No.
And a lot of the features are production features, and I think all of those did an incredible job.
I was about to say that. I think the production features did amazing. And like some of the features were like strictly background vocals. And like here's the thing. If they didn't credit the background vocal features, which a lot of people don't do, I think you would have given this a 10.
You think?
Yeah, because you wouldn't have called them features.
Yeah, but I'm not taking away points from the features.
Well, but then the people that
there
wouldn't be people that are like falling behind a Black Thought is what I'm saying basically. I think I'm going 9.5 only because I'm not a huge fan of the Marky Smith feature.
Okay.
Moving on to
production.
10. Wait, let me think about this. Wait, I kind of jumped there. That was a little scary.
Yeah.
And there are some beats I'm not a huge fan of. It's like a 9. 9 for this guy.
I agree. I gave this a 9 as well. I think the production is almost perfect. There are a couple songs where I wish the production did do a little bit more. After you pointed out the thing in The Sad God, technically yes, we could have had a cooler beat behind Black Dot's feature. That doesn't take away anything from the song for me. But I'm going to go back to Casablanca and The Sweet Prince. I didn't really enjoy the production on that one as much. I feel like you need something there to compensate for David Albarn's not lackluster vocals, but like not as dynamic vocals.
Oh, like, man, you know what, though?
He needs more contrast, and the production didn't really provide that much contrast in the songs where it was just him.
You know what's annoying, though, that I just thought about? I love the production on his voice. Like, his production on his voice in the Moon Cave? Yeah. Oh, man.
Like, the production...
I might have to go 9.5, because there were, like, 2 beats that I didn't dislike, but I definitely found much more mediocre compared to everything else. So that's the only reason it wouldn't be a 10 for me. Yeah, I'm going 9.5.
I think I'm going to stick with a 9. I think the production is amazing, and you can tell that they put so much time into it, and the attention to detail is crazy. There are just some moments that just don't hit for me. So, but moving on to the final category, album cohesion.
This might be the most cohesive album that we've gotten this year, and it probably will be the whole year. I'm going to be fully honest.
It's hard to think of
a reason not to give this a 10.
Yeah, it's hard to think of any album ever that's more cohesive than this.
Yeah, this one's crazy. I think this is the most cohesive Gorillaz album. The only one that I was thinking maybe could stack up against it was Plastic Beach, but I don't think it is.
Yeah, after re-listening to it, no.
No, I don't think so.
So yeah, I gave this a 10 as well. The way that they were able to take all these snippets, all these throwaways from people that passed away or no longer with us, and they somehow put them together in the most perfect way possible. They couldn't have done a better job. Even something as simple as like the small snippets of Dave. They made the Moon Cave so much better.
Oh my god.
Just because we have Dave in there going, float.
It added so much. The Proof freestyle, which added so much, and that was recorded 2 decades ago.
That is older than you.
That is older than this guy.
Not older than me.
Holy bro. Just go ahead and settle down now, twin. It's a 9 to 5 for you for the rest of your days, my boy.
Not if you guys make me famous.
Ooh, money.
We have 30 subscribers.
Do we hit 30?
Yeah.
Yes! I didn't know that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hype, bro.
30 subscribers special.
Oh my god.
We're going to be eating 30 cheese balls.
Ooh. Without wiping our fingers. We're gonna get so cheesy. That's so weird, bro.
That's so cheesy, bro.
What the fuck?
Oh, another point that I wanted to bring up, without listening to the lyrics, because this album is so perfectly crafted, you can the music itself tells a story outside of the lyrics. You can just listen to this, tune out what they're saying, and kind of like build up a world in your own head. Like, I was listening to this, I was like imagining movie scenes. I imagined this as like a One Piece arc. This I hate to bring up One Piece.
Two One Piece references in one review.
To me,
oh no.
I visualized an entire One Piece arc in my head while listening to this album at work.
This is why he likes the album.
This is why they pay me the big bucks.
This is why they pay him the huge dollars.
Oda, if you run out of ideas, come to me. I have a whole arc planned out in my head after listening to this album. So that brings us to our final scores, where I will be giving this album a 9 out of 10. And right now, it sits as narrowly my favorite album of 2026.
Ooh, wow.
Narrowly beating out my Ghosts Go Ghosts, which I also have as a 9 out of 10. I just like this one slightly better. I've been going back to it a ton over the last month. Here, before you give your final score, think about what rating you would give Plastic Beach and Demon Days. Because, in my opinion, those albums are better than The Mountain. So I can't...
That's what I have, yeah.
I can't give The Mountain a score equal to those.
But the problem with that is, I think lyrically this is their best album.
I agree, and it also is their most cohesive.
Yeah. I think this might be better than Demon Days. Is that absolutely insane to say? Man, that might be crazy to say. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm tripping, dude. I think they all might be equal. I think I just have those two above because I've listened to them more.
Right.
Like, I think Demon Days is probably a 9 or a 9.5 for me. Plastic Beach is either a 9.5 or a 10 for me. And then this one's probably around a 9 or a 9.5.
Final score you have to pick, bro.
Light to decent 9.
You cannot say that.
Alright, fine. For now, I will give it a 9.
A 9?
Yes.
All right.
And maybe when I go back at the end of the year, I'll say if I upped it or not.
All right, so those were our thoughts on The Mountain by Gorillaz. Let us know in the comments what your favorite tracks were.
What'd you like?
What did you not like? Do you agree with our opinions?
Are we glazing?
Where would you rank this album in Gorillaz' discography?
And with that, guys, we have been For the Record, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Yes.
Peace.
See ya.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like the video. Like and subscribe. Comment on the video.
Mountain images. Mountain
Oh,
images.
so many mountains.
Wow.
Bodhi went and saw a mountain,
I
I think.
saw some mountains. I'm back. Hooray.
He climbed them
I climbed all of
whilst listening to this album to get the full experience.
them. Exactly. So I understand it better than anyone in this room. And maybe in this district, this county, this country. Ooh, whoa. That got crazy.
Yeah, that was a bit too fast.
Wait. Damon Albarn. He's not American.
No, he's not.
So maybe...
You're moving too fast for me. I think we should take a break.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Wait, are you breaking up with me?
No, I just need a little space. It's not you. It's me.
I feel like you're saying... I feel like this feels like it's me.
No, it's not. I just need to find myself. Maybe like climb a mountain or something.
Oh.
I think I need to go to
I see.
Casablanca, Arizona.
The hardest thing.
This isn't the hardest thing. Right now.
Bro, you know who I bumped into today?
Who?
The GOAT Ethan Franz.
No way. Shout out
Dude,
Ethan Franz.
In the wild, man.
Wow, what's he like outside of the cage?
Dude, he looked at me. He got on all fours, and then he latched onto my head and started scratching out my face. And then after he did that, he showed me his phone, and he was listening to The Refused, the band.
Oh.
And then he was like, "Yeah, have a good day," and he spit on me. He was like, "Pop." So I'm a big fan.
That checks out.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the guy.